Do you need a fortune to live in Zambia? Hey, Jason, if you've been watching the channel, been seeing me now 10 years on this nomad journey. Also, one of the things I'm starting to do is share with you some of the things that I've learned along this 10-year journey in case you want to become an expat nomad. And if you already are one or thinking about becoming one, why you should be looking into Zambia because of the opportunities that exist here and the fact that your money can multiply times 27 times, especially if you're coming with the US dollar. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. So this video was actually inspired from an old video. I saw two comments come on and people talking about clickbait because I didn't give an actual dollar amount on how much money do you need to live in Zambia. And even in this video, I'm not giving you a dollar amount. And this is the reason why. Everyone lives a different lifestyle. You have to understand your lifestyle. This is why so many people end up living overseas and they have to leave because they don't have an understanding of their lifestyle. And you can get up and walk. Sorry, someone's in the background trying to make sure they're not in the video. And they were crawling on the floor. But you have to actually understand your lifestyle. What does your budget need? Like I always tell people, if you're someone who's into the nightlife, if you're chasing girls, if you're doing drugs, if you're drinking a lot, if you're into that fast lifestyle, you're going to need a lot more money than the average person. However, if you're someone that lives a very modest lifestyle, you may not need as much. Now, this is one thing I will say. You do not have to spend anywhere near what most of the videos on YouTube are showing you about the cost of living in Zambia. Please hear me on that. You do not have to be going to Kingsland City, which is just 10-minute drive from my place, 15-minute drive, depending on traffic, and paying almost $2,000 US a month. You don't. I live in Ibex Meanwood, which is a good area. It has fences, not gate, but they have guards around it at two of the entry points. I pay $180 US. That's about my average with the exchange fluctuating up and down a month. And that's for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house. Before I even got this place, I was looking at a house in, I believe it was Leopard's Hill. It was about $450 to $500 US. It had a swimming pool and it was a 4-bedroom. Now this is in Lusaka. If you go to, let's say, the Copperbelt or Ndola, you can get a 3-bedroom house for about 4,500 kwacha to 5,000 kwacha, which is the same as what I'm paying for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So like you have to understand where you want to live and what type of lifestyle you live here. And one of the things I want to be really clear about, because part of that saying like I do clickbait, part of it is offensive. People don't notice like a lot of the big YouTubers who are around now with 100,000 plus followers or subscribers, they mainly started out in Colombia. But what most people don't know is I was in Colombia at that same time. And I made a promise to myself that I would not sell my morals for money. That's why you didn't see me do videos of going out, videos of the nightlife, videos of drinking places, videos of the women. I didn't want to sell my morals, and I still stand by that to this day. Now, did it cost me the potential of getting monetized a lot faster? Yes. However, you know what? I'd rather have a community of people like-minded than people who are coming to these places for the wrong interest. Like I tell people, I'm not a passport bro. I don't really condone that community. I know there's some people in there that claim to be passport bros that are good people. However, some of the bigger ones that you see every time on YouTube and other platforms, they're trash. So that's not the type of people that I want to attract to my channel. And also, like, I'm not here to scam people. Like some of these people, when they're telling you, oh, you can live here for $600 a month, they're not telling you how they're really living. They're not telling you if the places are nice, if the places are good. Like there's two members of parliament that live out here by me. I think one of my neighbors in the military, the other neighbor works for the airline. I don't know why I want to say airfield, the airline. Like I'm around people who are out here doing what they have to do to provide for their families. Like I'm in the higher end of the middle class. Now there's other areas here too. You can do like Nukasama. You can do Ibex Hill. You can do Foxdale, which is a beautiful area. Before I moved here, I was looking at a place in Foxdale that was, I think it was $220 a month. It was just the landlord didn't really want to rent to me because I was a single guy. Don't make any sense, but hey, it is what it is. Also, like you can find places like the Kingsland City and other places where you're paying well over $1,000 a month, up to $3,000 a month. You can find those places here. The reason why I don't recommend these high-end places, one, I can say this with integrity. I do not do anything on this channel to get money from you. I don't sell consultation fees. I don't take donations, even if we're on a call. I don't do that. And it's not that I'm better than other people. I make enough money to support myself. Even if I didn't want to do any social media ever again, until the day that I leave this earth, I have more than enough money coming in each and every month to be comfortable. Everyone cannot say that. So some of these people are underselling you the dream because they're trying to attract so many people to their channel to reach monetization. And then there's a group of people that are trying to oversell you the country because they're needing commissions off of that to support their lifestyle living in the country. And neither of those are wrong, but I'm just trying to tell you the truth. Like, look, you don't have to go live in a $1,500 property. You can find a great property here for $400, $500, $700. And for the average American, depending on what part of the United States you're in, a $700 place is probably really affordable. Even where I'm from in Texas, you don't see those prices that much anymore. And I'm meaning to be in a safe neighborhood. And then the other thing of why I do not like to give fixed budget saying this is how much money you need to live in this area is everything when you go to a new country is not for you. We have to start understanding we are programmed. Everything we do is programmed in us. And when you leave your home country and go to a new country, you're going to automatically gravitate to the things that you have been programmed to buy. And most of those things, when you come to Africa or the countries, are going to be more expensive. If you ever saw the show, it's a reality show called Coming from America. It's about 3 or 4 American families that relocate to Africa. I believe 3 of them were in Ghana, and then 1 actually came here to Zambia. They were in Lusaka. I don't know if they're still here, but like they were not even far from East Park Mall from where they were staying, based off how the footage was showing of the area they lived in. And when they first went to ShopRite Select in East Park Mall, and they came back with a cart full of groceries, and they was like, yo, it's expensive here. And yes, if you're going buying a cart full of groceries in ShopRite or Pick and Pay or Woolies, it is expensive. But what they didn't understand is the average Zambian is not doing that. If you want to go buy carts and carts full of groceries, you go to the wholesalers. You can either go to the ones near Kamwala, or you go to Jumbo that's out right past Cosmopolitan Mall. But they don't know that. Like just because you come to a country, you're not going to know 99% of the things to do here or where to go. So you're going to automatically think, oh, this is like back home. Let me go to the supermarket. It's not the same. And the reason why I'm sharing these things with you is because if you're going to relocate full time, like you need to truly understand how to get your budget in order. Like for me, when I was living in the US, I shopped at Big Lots a lot. I'm not ashamed of it. I bought my couch. I had my entertainment center. I even think I bought one of my beds for one of my extra rooms at Big Lots. And I used to do it when they had the point system. You accumulate so many points, you can get 50% off. And then I would put on top of that another 30% coupon. I was getting stuff so cheap, it was crazy. And the people in the store knew me, and they knew the exact times that I was going to come in. I would even tell them, hey, just hold this piece for me, hold this piece for me. I'll come on this sale day and I'm gonna come pick it up. So I do the exact same things here in Zambia. I did it in South Africa. I was doing a whole lot of I don't like buying full price. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a cheapskate. Um, Even in Panama, when I was living there, I was going to the markets where the Panamanians go and buy the grocery, buy things in bulk. I used to buy like 20-pound bag, 20-kilogram bags of potatoes. I used to buy a lot of things in bulk. Even in Colombia, I used to buy a lot of things. I had access to some farmers that was up near Rio Negro area. Um, and I used to have their number and they would let me know exactly which produce they have. And I would order some each and every week from them. And that's just what I was doing. And so it's the exact same thing here. Like, you're going to have to understand the type of lifestyle that you want to live here to be able to truly know how much money you need to live here. I will say this. If you're bringing about 2,000 to 2,500 US dollars a month, you should be able to make it here. However, do that mean you'll be able to make it here? I don't know. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and sell you a dream saying you can come here with 1,000 US dollars and live a great life. I don't know. I don't live off 1,000 US dollars. I can't tell you that. My fixed expenses are less than 1,000 US dollars. And I did a budget. I shared that with one of my budget videos where I went through and told you exactly what my budget was, how much I spent for each and everything, to give you an idea of what you will be looking at. And then you have to see what are the things that you need. Like, I have 4 different Wi-Fi boxes. I have 2 different cell phones for 2 different plans. Like, there's things that I do. I have drivers that I use for private driving when I need to get somewhere and get back or run a couple of errands. And I also use Yango a lot. My Yango budget is expensive compared to what most people pay for traveling with the taxi buses. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're coming from the United States, you're not gonna be riding the taxi buses. You might do it one time, and then after that, you can be like, this ain't worth it. Yeah, it may cost 15 kwacha, but that doesn't mean you're gonna be able to do that. Like, even with the food and eating and things like that, like, and this is talking to Americans. I don't know how UK people do. I visited UK, but I can't say this is what UK culture is. For American culture, like, when I used to eat meat, I used to buy meat from a butcher, whether it was getting like a quarter leg of a cow, things like that, and having him grind it up into different cuts and giving me different things. I used to have different sausages, links made, all of these different things. And it used to save me money because I had a deep freezer and I would keep everything in there, vacuum sealed it, all of that. The average American, I don't think they do that. Like, and I know the average American is not out here slaughtering their own meat. Now, there's a difference between buying chicken from the store here and then you buying a live chicken that you go slaughter yourself. It's a lot cheaper to buy just a live chicken. I think you can get a live chicken for about 120 kwacha, which is maybe $6 US, maybe that. Let me go on the high end, maybe $8 US. Now, if you want to get it dressed and all of that, where someone's defeathering it and cleaning it out and getting it prepped for you and cut it up into the different parts, it may come to 300 kwacha. Then that may be maybe $12 US, somewhere around there. Like, it's not that expensive, but are you really going to do that? Are you willing to go to the auction before Comesa and go where they auction off goats, they have sheep, they have pigs? Are you willing to do that? Probably not. And so you're probably going to be purchasing most of your food from the supermarket. So you are going to have a higher cost than what some of the locals spend here. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you have to understand that. Are you willing to go to Orlando market or Soweto market to go buy produce where it's a lot cheaper? Like, I've been there. Sometimes I go buy stuff there. But are you willing to do it? Like, one of the things I want you to see is, like, I've been doing this for 10 years now. I'm not going back to live in the United States. I'm actually more comfortable being out of the United States than when I'm in the United States. I feel like a foreigner. I don't even feel comfortable being there anymore because usually I don't understand some of the slang that's going on. It's too much aggression there. It's too much violence there, and I don't feel safe. Like the last time I was there, even just riding in the cars, it's like, yo, why are you driving so fast? It's like, slow down. Like the fact that how fast some of the speedways are, the highways are, I mean, it's crazy to me. Even funny story, like the last time I was there, when I was in Dallas, the police pulled me over because I was driving too slow. And he was like, is everything okay? I was like, look, man, I don't live here anymore. I'm just coming back visiting and y'all driving too fast for me. He just started laughing. And then we talked a little bit about Colombia and stuff like that. And then I went off my way. He was like, hey, just be safe, man. Just wanted to make sure you was good. But like, I'm not programmed to being an American anymore. And a lot of people don't get this. Like I'm 10 years now out of the United States. Of my full adulthood life, I've spent because at 18, I went to the military. That 5 years in the military, 3 years was outside of the United States. So that put me at 21. So 21, I have 21, no, I have 21, I think 21, let's say, man, my math is not mathing. Because 10 years I've been out. So I have about 11 years. Yeah, about 11 years of actually as an adult being in the United States. Like I'm at the point where I'm going to be spending more time of my adult life out of the United States than I did in the United States. And I just don't count the childhood because you don't really have much control over that. But like, please listen to that. Like, where is your budget at? What is your lifestyle? What are the things that you need in your life? Like if you need a place with an aircon here, or air conditioning, you're probably going to pay a little bit more money. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you need a place that's going to, to where you don't have to worry about load shedding? It's going to cost a little bit more money. The reason why I don't recommend a lot of those places, and anybody who's ever talked to me in person will tell you, it's cheaper to buy land and build your own place. Zambia is one of the few countries it is still cheaper to buy land and build your own house from the ground the way you want than actually renting these places for like 6 months. Like let's say if you're in a place that costs you $2,000 US. In 6 months, you paid $12,000 US. A year, you paid $24,000 US. $12,000 US is just a little bit under 400,000 kwacha. You can get some very affordable traditional land. I'm gonna say Westwood, because that's where I purchased some land. You can get a traditional plot of 40 by 40, I believe, for about 35,000 kwacha, a little bit over 1,000, maybe 1,200 or 1,300 US. You get what I'm saying? Now you can buy blocks here, depending on the size you need, anywhere from 6 kwacha up to about 10 kwacha. So let's say if you need the 10 kwacha blocks and you need to get let's say 600 of them to build just a small frame house. You're looking at 6,000 kwacha, that's about $220 US. And that's just to build the structure. Now, let's say if you put another, let's say 100,000 kwacha into just getting everything done on the interior. That's what, maybe another 2,500 US. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that is the prices here. Like, those are the things and opportunities that exist here. So, like, if you're coming to Zambia, have an understanding of your lifestyle. Because I can't tell you how much it's going to cost you if you're going out to drink, going out to party, and if you're taking women out each and every day. Like, I don't know. I'm not living that lifestyle. My lifestyle is focused around generating generational wealth. And so this is why I don't just give you like, this is how much money you need to live here. I don't know your lifestyle. Now, when we have a talk one-on-one or on through Zoom chat, and then I get to know you better, then that's when I can actually tell you like, okay, you may need about this much. Okay, based off of the things you're saying you want to do and what you like to do, this is probably what you're looking at a month realistically, and this gives you a buffer. But like for me to just tell you like, oh, you need 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, or 600 US dollars to live here, I can't do that. Like, I don't know you personally and I don't know your lifestyle. And like I say, I'm not here to undersell this country to generate views and get monetized quick. And I'm not here to oversell this country so I can start making a profit off of you being here. That's just my personal beliefs. I don't think there's anything wrong with the people who do it. It's just not what I want to do and how I want to carry my life. And it's not throwing shade at people. Like, it's one of the things I think there's so much room out here for so many different people, and we don't have to all have the same strategy or plan. And so I just wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you're an expat and you're living in some other country, let people know like about roughly what is your budget a month. Because I don't think a lot of Americans realize how affordable it is in other countries. And like I tell people, like for me, I don't go over 3,000 US dollars a month. There's nothing here for me to do to go over that much. And that's including with me purchasing land and about to start building next month. But yeah, if you're an expat too, just leave it down below. Let people know what country you're in and roughly about how much your budget is a month. You don't have to give exact numbers or go through details. That's still your personal business. And also just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.